So Freakers. So we're not having green screen magic. This is a game I made. Me and the pigs and blankets guys. We're, as I said before, we're running through a bunch of rapid prototypes at the minute. So this is like, what can you get done in a week? And our brief for this week was like 55 and up. People who are 55 and up play games. You're damn right they do. But they only play certain types of games, and this is one of these games that we think they'll play. Now that I'm if this works with, so this might just be a keyboard only game.
If it is, I can just get the keyboard over.
It's just the keyboard.
Can I have the keyboard? Do you need a mouse as well?
No.
Okay. Go for it, my friend.
Basically, what we've made here is a little game called Freakers. So this is a game set in the early 90s. Freakers was a term used for hackers before computers existed.
I was told to watch the movie Hackers.
Yeah,
this weekend.
before computers existed. So this is like, Freakers were people who used phones to hack, like payphones and dial tones and stuff like that.
Really?
Like they would pick like, they would put shit on they would put like little devices on the phones and get like free long distance calls, or like piggyback into people's like phone lines and stuff like that.
That's
so
really kind of cool.
what the brief for the game was like, think of what did these people play, say like 30 or 20 years ago or whatever. What kind of games did they play? So we went for kind of like a PS1. The best way I can describe this game is Persona 2 meets Parasite Eve.
And you done the title screen here?
Yes, this is just a little 90s.
It's amazing how you've captured the fucking
proper 90s it is.
like you've captured the style so fucking beautifully. Like this looks so fucking. This looks like Saved by the Bell style fucking like graphic art.
That's kind of what I was going for.
It's like so fucking perfect.
So God, I hope this works. Are you clicked on it? You click on it.
I think I am clicked on it.
On it again. There we go. So
that looks so cool.
if Mari is still in the chat, I didn't name the character after her. The name just popped in my head for some reason because like it's a good hacker name. So this game, we do have like a little PS1 thing running over the top of it. So like obviously this is being rendered in 4K, and then we were just like, wah, get that down. We want PS1 style graphics. Also, your character also 100% moves via tank controls. So you tank control your way around the environment.
Right.
So the game is split up into the kind of like two separate, what would be the idea? Like two separate environments. Like this is you running about, kind of like the real world. So you're kind of like a little ethical hacker who's you're one of the few people who knows about hacking at this point in time. It's the early 90s, so not that many people know about what you can do with like the internet and phone lines and stuff like that. So you're a freaker, which is the term. So you go about, you talk to people, you find out like kind of like what problems they're having in their lives, and you want to you help who you can, which is why you're running about with a little payphone on your back because you're fun.
I am really enamored with the art style. I'm not gonna lie.
So the real world essentially it's a thing that exists in kind of like a day-night cycle. So pretty much like a lot like kind of the Persona games, like you use this real world to go about, you get information from people, you see what problems they're having, you find out stuff about cases, you talk to people, you get information, and then at night you like freak into the phone lines, and then there's like a digital world where you go and kind of like beat the shit out of people who represent their problems, or you beat the shit out of like monsters or whatever that represent like, if someone's being like bullied online, you get the information about them being bullied, you go into their phone lines at night, and then you track down the people who are bullying them, and you beat the shit out of like their avatars, and then they're like, oh fuck, my computer doesn't fucking work anymore. So shit like that. So basically you're using hacking to kind of like help people out.
That's really cool.
To try and stick with the kind of like PS1 style, we decided to put this kind of like PS1 like processing over the top of it. So like this is all technically kind of like new world like modern graphics that we've downgraded to not look worse, but to look more
in the style.
more,
of the time.
more kind of early PS1 games. So
So cool.
what we've got here is the game. It's full of fixed camera angles. So like,
Oh my god, this is so Resident Evil.
yeah, as you're running about the environment, you gotta, because you're using tank controls, it's much easier to go around environments like this. Because if this was like free control, you'd be like, oh my character can move so much more than the camera can. So we decided to lock it all down to fixed camera environments. I had an absolutely fucking whale of a time working all this fucking shit out. Working out camera angles and like fun little places to put everyone, designing the city, designing the environments that you can run about, designing and animating the characters. As anyone can see, she does have proper 90s light up shoes, so she's got a little
I love the music kind of fits the set as well.
I actually took that out so I could hear what I'm fucking saying. So she's running about with leather jacket, hoodie. She's like, I'm like, you keeping a low profile or whatever.
Yeah.
So this is set in I would say early to mid 90s, when kind of the internet and computers and stuff were still a very new thing.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of the people who knew about it knew a lot more than the general public, if you know what I mean. So you're in a position to kind of help people and kind of sort shit out. So we want to go for something that's somewhere in between kind of the character interaction and day-to-day cycle stuff of Persona.
Yeah.
But with the RP, either turn-based RPG fighting or Final Fantasy 12 style fighting, where it's got an active time battle system where it's kind of just playing out, and then you're just giving them more or less special attacks and when to defend, when to move, and all that kind of shit. We're definitely in the middle of we're still figuring out the combat aspect to it, but I was mostly responsible for the visual design and stuff this week. So I spent this week making this city and animating all the characters and stuff. And we're very happy with what we with what we ended up with.
I think it's awesome looking.
So we're hoping.
Faradol thinks it's pretty awesome as well.
Thank you.
So does Ocean.
We're hoping this kind of slightly retro aesthetic, but with a very modern slice of life and modern day design and shit. It'll fit right down the middle between people who used to play these games when they were younger and people who will just see this and be like, oh, this looks cool, okay, I want to give this a go. So yeah, this is what we got done in a few days. I never thought in my entire life I would be making a fixed camera third person running about hacking social
justice.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it's been very good. We were a couple of days behind the initial. We didn't start off with the strongest week, but we weren't really sure what the idea was, just because it was one of those briefs that was oh, you can just do whatever you want, and
without a bit of direction, you can get lost.
Without a bit of direction, you'll be there all fucking day. So this is eventually what we decided on. This Our City Resident Evil 1, 2 fixed camera PS1 style experience, but with modern day gaming elements. So Persona was a big influence. Parasite Eve was a big influence. What else? It's not horror per se, but we're trying to evoke that same kind of oh shit, I remember playing games like this when I was younger. So we're trying our hardest to do that kind of shit. Do you want to hack into the central mainframe?
Yeah,
I think you do a wee bit. So far, this is where we've got with the combat. As you can see, these sweet ass MS-DOS windows. This is more of the auto battler kind of style, where you're avoiding enemy projectiles, R-type style, and then you also have your special attacks. Like we said, we're reconsidering the combat. It's do we want turn-based? Do we want a more active time battle system? Do we want we're not entirely sure what we want. Like we said, we only had a couple of days to do this, but this is what we got done in the few days that we had. You can avoid these bad boys.
It's for literally a few days, the fact that there's so much proof of concept here is wild.
Yeah.
Especially considering these were a little bit like behind on it as well. The word I would use is Cyberpunk. I would suggest reading stuff like Neuromancer to give you ideas if you need them.
Yeah. We definitely looked at all that kind of stuff. We're not necessarily going for cyberpunk. It's more how people from the 90s looked at computers, which was just like, we don't know what computers are. So
Yeah.
we're gonna assume that you can just basically do anything with a computer. So like the movie Hackers was actually quite a bit of a big influence on this. Like I had it on while I was designing some of the characters and stuff.
What the
for
fuck
this.
were you watching that on? Because I've been told to watch that and I can't find it on anything. What?
It was on Netflix for a long time,
was,
but it's
I
one of those
checked on
things
there,
that, like it comes on and off all the
I'm gonna whisper at you. I need you to
need to
send
tell
me
me
that. Okay.
Yeah, cyberpunk, it was hard. People looked at things in the 90s, but when you say cyberpunk now, people just think of Cyberpunk 2099, which is not what we're going for at all. So, well, like I said, it's early days yet. We still have to find our feet with quite a lot of it, but this was more of just a proof of concept, kind of like, would people be cool with like a half dungeon crawler, half social networking, kind of like early 90s. No one had phones. Everyone had to do stuff with like pay phones and landlines and shit like that, and you hack phone networks and you try to help people.
It's very much like takes like a little bit of an influence from almost like Matrix as well, because of the use of phone lines and stuff jacking into systems and stuff.
I would say more of slightly obscure things like Johnny Mnemonic and Scanner Darkly and stuff like that. But like James and David were very they had a lot of influence from kind of like SNES and early PS1 Japanese games that I had like never heard of. There was like a series before Persona and all that existed. And, like,
Devil Summoner.
Even before that, it was like the title literally only exists in Japanese. I was like, I don't even know what the hell this is, but I looked at it. It was like, I can see where you're getting. I can see what you're getting from this.
I think you already read Ocean's comics. So he talks about turn-based there, and I think that's what you were responding to, right?
I originally wanted a turn-based approach, but I mentioned Parasite Eve as a big influence for kind of what I was going for, and James kind of took that and run with it. I meant Parasite Eve was more of just kind of like the overall visual style of it, because it's a very atypical Capcom Resident Evil or Capcom RPG experience, because it wasn't necessarily horror. It had that same style and presentation of a Resident Evil game, but it wasn't horror. It was sci-fi. So that's what I meant by that. But I would have been happy with a somewhere between an active battle system and turn-based. But I mean, like I said, like if we have the time to develop this game a little bit more, well, you never know. You never know where you're going to turn up with a battle system. But well, yeah, we're pretty happy with getting this sorted out in the time that we did. We think it's a very kind of unique, novel idea. Be happy to work on it. I do like that the walls in here are just MS-DOS desktop backgrounds.
I think that's really cool.
Just going up and down.
I'm getting a lot of like very young me nostalgia coming through on that. Just looking at them.
Yep.